And here we go. Hello. How we all doing?
Hey.
Hey, pretty sweet.
Alrighty. We hyped for some Dienda today?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And
What
I
is
just can't
Dienda?
hide it. It's Dienda. It's the game that we play every Thursday at, well, almost every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Dienda. My favorite.
Let's go.
Wait, are you saying that?
All of their games?
Are you saying that like next Thursday at 3 p.m.?
We'll be right
be
back
here?
here. Hopefully.
That's crazy.
Hopefully, unless no more holidays come up. Alrighty,
Please, no.
let us get over to the ambience that we all know and love. Swamp music. Alright, who would like to do the recap? Just kidding, I'll do the recap. I'll do the recap for you guys. Because it's been 3 weeks, I think. Almost. Maybe? Something like that.
Yeah.
Last session was the 17th.
It's been a minute. That's for sure. All right. So, where we last left our adventurers, long ago, the party made their way to the Taigo swamplands as the swamp folk had put forth a cry for help. This cry involves the war of the waves that has overtaken the swamp, as they are currently facing against the Sahagwin, a group of fish humanoids that want nothing more than destruction of the land dwellers. The party met up with the leader of Bill Bucket, a half-orc named Dakota Jennings. Stern but earnest, he wants to ensure that the Sahagwin are put in their place and make sure they are back in the waves and peace is brought between the Taigo swamp folk and the Sahagwin. However, to ensure that the party can handle the way of how things are done in the swamp, Dakota asked them to do one job before beginning. To noodle an alligator, of course. The bigger the alligator, the more handsome the reward. This is how people do things in the swamp folk, and he wants to ensure a bunch of city slickers from around the archipelago can get rough and tumble how they do down here. The party ventured forth into the swamp and made their way to the designated spot. Much to their surprise, they ended up encountering the mythical White Scar, an alligator with a notable scar over one of its eyes. I guess you guys could guess that the scar is white, almost. It was a tough fight, one that required the efforts from everyone, but they eventually subdued and killed the alligator after successfully noodling it. Also had a run-in with bandits who were looking to steal the bounty they just collected, and we begin the session with a tied-up bandit leader whose hands are tied behind his back. His blades are kind of floating in the swamp as everyone had just felt power coursing through their bodies as they leveled up. And so, that is where we begin.
Alright, Sab flips him around and looks him in the eyes and just goes, "So, what's the deal? What was up with that?"
I ain't saying nothing to a bunch of city slickers like you.
Well, you're gone, serious looker.
Look at you, pretty boy. Your blue robes, your fucking circus freak of a pet. Fucking city slicker.
Okay, thank you for the compliment of me, but how dare you insult my bear? And this clothes is for my profession, so meh.
Nah. He gives
Nah.
he gives you an equal sneer back.
Sebastian casts prestidigitation to clean himself off.
Sab goes and like collects Callan's arrows for him, and just
Okay. You end up walking around collecting his arrows. Takes you a good couple minutes because some of them are still floating in the water. Some of them have been shot far off into the swampy river. However, eventually trudging through the waters, you pick up about 4 or 5 arrows that have been fired.
here you go. I got these for you.
Thank you, sir. So, do we take this guy with us, or?
I say we cast him off into the swamp and let him rot.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah, that's a little dark, man.
He tried to murder us
What is it, Olgie?
Hey,
about a minute ago.
Leonard. Do you wanna leave, or do you not care?
Don't matter to me. I gave this job up to be killed. I don't really care.
Okay, I will push him off to the water then.
You push him into the water. It's about a couple of inches deep,
Yeah.
so he just kind of sits. He just kind of falls on his ass in the water. You're not really tough, are you?
I'm just gonna walk away.
Good riddance.
I'm. He stands up, just kind of standing, looking at everyone. All right. Y'all are about the softest people I've ever met, as he just kind of trudges through the swamp.
Don't listen to him. You're like plenty tough.
Or, am I? Or
He's just gonna go and attack others as well.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we should kill him.
Oh wait! Before we do that, I heard him speaking some weird like special language. I don't understand. Wait, hey, what was that weird language you were speaking?
what special language you talking about? I don't know any
The one
special
where you-
languages.
The one where he called me a little bitch.
I said that with my tongue and my teeth and my brain. I didn't need no special language for that.
Wait, he called you a bitch?
Yeah, that was during the fight. It's just no big deal. I'm fine. I'm cool.
Wait, what? Oh, but are you my friend? Like, can we be friends?
Yeah, I don't feel like this is the right place for this, but yeah, I would say.
Oh, hey, Leonard, you called my friend a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
You better say you're sorry.
Well, I ain't gonna do that because I'm not really threatened here.
Okay, then. Is he still like tied up? Because I thought like
He is.
he's like
He's tied. He's tied up. His hands are behind his back.
Oh.
If you're going to kill him, be quick about it.
Well, knowing my combat skills, Lavalin is not very sure about himself.
Just leave him. He's not a threat without his crew anyways.
Is there something you need, or am I free to go?
Yeah, tell that you're sorry, man. That's not.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you my story. I was born here in Bill Bucket. I did my thing for about as long as I could. You know, I thought it wasn't really nice. So what I decided to do was join with a bunch of my buddies and start taking shit from people. You know, taking the alligators, getting some money, making some nice pelts, getting some more money. You know, that kind of stuff. Simple game, really. And all of a sudden, this big fuck, like bigger than me, he like points up like an extra 2 feet, started talking to me, and I'm just like, the fuck? And he starts telling me something about, you're the lowest on the totem pole, It just starts speaking in like a mythical tongue. And I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck? And he keeps talking to me, right? Right. And so, he tells me something, kind of bites his tongue. I'm not supposed to tell you that. Well, that's all I remember.
Yeah.
So how many people did you rob?
Kind of. He tries to scratch his head, but then realizes his hands are bound. About like a good 20 people.
Also, that was a pretty cool story, bro. But I'm pretty sure Lavalin said say sorry. So like, I mean, thanks for the information, but
Yeah.
Well, he's got more.
So
He's
are you
not
gonna say
telling
sorry
us.
or no?
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you gonna let me free if I apologize?
No.
Your soul will be free or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
my My conscience will always be free. After this world is reset, I'll be the freest man ever.
What?
What was that? What?
As he kind of grins to himself. Oh, you don't know the world's being reset, right?
Sebastian perks up.
Is that what that tall man told you?
Yeah. He told us there's this force within the world that's going to reset the world itself. Maybe after this shit's reset, I can become a banker or something. Won't that be nice? Get out of this shithole of a swamp. I'm trying to remember his name. Maybe if you,
You know where he is?
maybe if you let me free of these bindings, I can tell you.
If you run away, I'm gonna shoot you.
I don't have any need to run away. I mean, the four of you surround me. Really no point in running away. Even though I'm sure I could just kick this guy over and he'd probably die.
Wow, dude.
The world being.
Well, you'd have to get through me first. Sab says while he is
don't think he's
currently
gonna try and
bobbing.
run away.
Did someone say something?
I just asked him, would I know anything about that? The world
Roll
being
me a history check.
history.
Come on, wizard.
My guy. Due to your upbringing, specifically your past in wherever you've been, you've heard about this thing called the Amber Essence, that's kind of been looming over the archipelago and the world for the past couple of months. It's a relatively new enemy, but its power has the ability to completely turn things to dust. Because think of it as like life energy, but also as death energy. It's kind of like both of them in the middle point. And you begin to connect the dots together, the smart person as you are. Oh, he's probably talking about the Amber, that if we don't stop, it's going to reset the world. But that's weird, because you didn't know it could reset the world. So you're beginning to like piece together things about the Amber that you didn't know previously.
Sebastian strokes his chin. Deep thought.
I have a
Treat
question.
He'll bear the.
Oi, who has a
The
question?
No, that is Falconess asking. I have a question for you, and
Yeah.
he
Alrighty.
you're not.
Requires a ritual. And then and then some rolls. It's like something you have to spend at least a couple of minutes to activate.
All right, like 10, like
Yeah,
ritual spell.
10 minutes.
All right. Well, I feel like you are pretty set in this resetting the future or resetting the world thing. I want to see more about your future.
Okay.
Alright? So why don't we?
Alright.
Can you guys carrying him over the land? I'm kind of barely staying afloat. This is very tall water.
We're on land.
You letting me free of my bindings?
No.
Your hands maybe
All right, Santa. All right, Santa.
temporarily.
If he is like, what's the word? Because he's vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Yep.
Yeah. Is he or no? Like, do
He's
I
in.
have to roll for some stuff?
He's in a compromised position. But if you're trying to like, he's not resisting. But if you actively try to kill him, he will begin to start fighting back.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I want to knock him out and take him with us, but I don't know.
well, before you do that, maybe we should see if he's worth anything. You see, you guys, I'm pretty sure some of you know I can like talk to people's minds, and it's like all like, "Bleh," and then I'm in your brain, and I'm like speaking now, and that's all cool like that, right? So I can do a different thing to some dream stuff, dream stuff, future looking. I can do a ritual thingy, and then I see the future, and I want to see that guy's future.
Nod slowly. Right. I have a few questions for the ruffian. How does a barbarian like you know so much about the amber?
I told you. That toll fuck told me about it.
And this tall fuck, where can we find him?
I don't really know. I only see him in like visions, like while I'm dreaming. I don't know much about him. I think his name's like Sia. Like he pronounces the two I's, so it's that. I think he said his name's Sia, and he's coming to the swamp for some reason. And he specifically told me about a guy with amber wrappings around his head or something. Kind of looks over to you. Right, we were supposed to kill you specifically.
Sebastian's a bit taken aback by this. For what purpose?
Something. He could be an exalt. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it could be. He said it was important enough to justify your killing. He was giving us a whole shit ton of money for it too.
He said I might be a what now?
An exalt.
Excellent. Do I know what that means?
No, you have no idea. You guys are pretty disconnected from the world events, but on a meta level, you know that the exalts are the people who have
That's bad.
unlocked amber eyes. The eyes of the exalt, also known as the torchbearers.
That's bad.
Why did they think Pretty Boy here is an exalt?
Well, you see his get up. Look, he looks pretty out of the ordinary, eh? He looks over to his face with all the gold, like the gold paintings all over his face.
Sebastian shakes his head with his palm in his hand.
Now you mention it,
They're just
Sebastian,
Okay.
your face is weird.
You find a dagger and a scimitar, or the scimitar is kind of equipped or unequipped on the floor around here, and his dagger's in his boot actually.
Removed it.
Mm-hmm.
You call it weird, I say unique. And he'll
Well, yeah,
flutter his hands out by his sides.
but I want to have a special face that makes people want to kill me. I want a special face.
Story of my life, really. Everyone's always been jealous of me.
I mean, I kind of want to take him with us. It sounds like he may be in a cult, and we may have to visit that area.
Yes,
I fully agree. We should take him with us.
I would agree. This ruffian, there's more to him than meets the eye. There's more to this whole swamp than meets the eye. It's just quite precarious indeed.
Right. Well, before we go ahead and take him out, I don't know what they'll do when we get to town. Maybe they'll take him away from us. So this might be our only chance. Can we stay here for 10 minutes while you guys get the gigantic alligator over there?
And also see what his friends have on them.
Yes, but you guys cool staying for 10 more minutes?
If
Yeah, we
patrol-
can see what his friends have while you prepare.
All right.
Alrighty.
Sab starts preparing his ritual.
All
Sick.
right, Farrell will go over and start using the rope in his pack to start securing White Scar.
Okay. You begin restraining the large alligator, ensuring that it is dead, which it is indeed. And you realize that you could either drag him or all of you could pick him up together, although that might be a little rough because there's a vast height difference between a lot of people in this group. So you're probably better off just dragging him back home, but that's going to take you a while. It's going to take you upwards of an hour or so switching between the strongest people in this group.
I think I'll use the rope to make a sort of reins, and I'll use the reins to drag it back, probably between myself and Augie.
Okay. The three of you begin, or the two of you begin dragging White Scar back. You make it about here. Before people can start looting the bodies of the ruffians, if you would like.
Sebastian wants nothing to do with any of that.
Alrighty.
I'll do it.
All right, Star. I need you to roll me a 1d100. So in chat, exclamation point in parentheses, 1d100. 40. Okay. You find about in total 20 gold pieces and an ornate dagger that is worth 25 gold pieces. It's like a ceremonial dagger of sorts.
Well, now what?
And
I'm
then
just waiting for this ritual to be done.
at that point, Sabmod's ritual is done. His hand begins to turn a bright purple as he slowly begins to inch over to Leonard's mind as his finger kind of moves through his forehead. His eyes turn white, as does Leonard's, as they both enter the dream.
Does Sab go limp when he does this?
In a way, yes. Your mind and body have both become relaxed.
Sebastian is like standing behind him with his arms folded, leaning forward attentively over his shoulder.
Okay. I need you to do the following things for me, Sab, before, okay. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Good thing I'm a ranger. Hopefully.
$20. That is a success. I need you to roll me 1d100 and then an additional 1d100.
Alright. How do?
So do exclamation point and then in parentheses 1d100.
Okay.
Or I could do them if that's simpler for you, but yep, that is how you do it.
Hey, Imp, you need to turn rhythm up a bit on your
Yep.
end.
I'm doing that. Okay. Those are good things. How many events in the future do you see? That is
I got
D4. You see 2 events of the future. What are their outcomes? Okay. The two of you, or specifically you, as Leonard isn't here anymore, you're seeing through his point of view, but you're kind of in the background as if you are a spectral ghost. What you see in the future is Leonard talking to a very tall celestial figure, who you assume to be Sia. You can't specifically hear the conversation, but it is cut short as the celestial shoves its scimitar through Leonard and bisects him in half. As his blood splatters across the battlefield, he slowly turns to dust as amber energy begins to emanate from his scimitar, from the celestial's scimitar. It points over to the city of Billbucket, as the next vision is the city of Billbucket being attacked by the forces of the enemy. As the city is burned, that is where you confront the final enemy. And in the distance, you see a large tower begin to appear over Bill Bucket itself. Not amber, but of every single color, a prism of sorts. As it spirals up from the land, you hear the sound of what, I'm going to try and describe it in a fantasy setting, a large roar that erupts from that spire. In this world, it would be the equivalent of a train's horn, like the choo-choo. You hear that emit from the spire itself, as that is where your destination is, but is also where the enemy will be as well, after your first clash. And that is what you see in your vision. As you exit through from Leonard's mind, breathing heavily, you are exhausted.
I just want to bring up, you said like in a ghost-like form is in the lore. Is this why they're called ghost-wise halflings?
Yep.
Nice.
Because technically you're doing, you wouldn't know this in character, but what you're doing is technically a taboo. Dreams are held to be very secret and very held dear to one's person. So when you use their dreams to look in the future, that's not seen as a good thing, and you might draw the attention of some gods that might not like you doing that. But
Nice.
what you have done is you have looked through his mind, and you know what is going to happen to him, as well as what's going to happen in the future. You're not sure whether it's the near future, the distant future, or the far future, but it is some point ahead.
Yeah. What was? All right, no, I'm good. I'm here.
That's
You guys are here. My hands exist. I am not a ghost.
Leonard
All
has
right.
passed out from the pain, or he's passed
Sebastian
out
put
from
their hand on
exhaustion.
your shoulder. Are you all right?
No, but I will. No, I'm good. Okay. So, crap, he's unconscious. This always happens.
What were you able to learn?
So he died. Yep, he was right. Real tall, celestial person, spoken weird words, hit that guy in half with some glowing stuff. Then Leonard's scimitar thing that one of you took becomes amplified. And then he points it at Bill Bucket. And then the bazoo, I flash forward even more, and then there's this big spire thingy, and it makes this like train. Actually, I don't know what a train is. This like weird war thingy, and then that's apparently where the final fight is. The final fight of what? I don't know. See, it's very vague a lot of the time, but Amber stuff, big spire, Bill Bucket final battle, enemies collide. That's what I got for y'all.
Sebastian looks at you with his mouth agape and an eyebrow raised. Aha. So, if I understand you correctly, this Sia character is planning to attack Bill Bucket.
Yes. Yep. Confidence. Yep. Definitely.
And this attack would have occurred as we arrived there?
See, it's a little janky. It's like I don't quite have much control. I just know I can make the things happen. I don't really control what happens once the things do happen. I don't know when this occurs.
I should mention, it's been about an hour. You guys have waited here as Farrell has come back with Ogi. You watched Sabmud pretty much kind of sit down and calm the tension within his body and then about an hour later, he kind of was thrusted backwards and began seizing in pain, almost.
So how long was I out?
About an hour.
Okay.
You guys are still here?
Yeah.
No, we should.
I mean, we couldn't just leave Sabmud.
Did anything happen
Thanks for
on the
that.
bucket?
So do we take this guy with us?
Well,
Absolutely.
yes, we cannot allow that guy to go back to the sea of person, or bad stuff will happen.
I will let you know that the future is now set in stone. Attempting to break what you have seen is considered breaking a meta law.
Does Sab know that?
You would know that, as everything that you have seen in your visions eventually come true.
Yeah, so the downside of seeing the future, things get a bit, predictive. I mean, this stuff is going to happen, all this. So like we can delay the inevitable, but it's gonna be happening. So we just gotta get ready for like complete destruction and try to fight these people that are coming to Bill Bucket, and just gotta delay this dude from getting sliced in half.
Yes. Well, at the very least, this Sia no longer has the element of surprise.
Yes, but like no killing this guy. That's bad, big bad. That's a no go.
Yes, I agree. He's too important.
Sab kicks him in the gut.
Very well. We take him with us.
All right. I roll a death save. No, I'm joking.
As Sebastian says that, he'll look at the strongest, whoever looks the strongest.
From here, from the 4 of you or from the 6 of you altogether?
Altogether.
You look at Farrell.
Would you mind lugging this buffoon?
I did the crocodile. What's one more?
Splendid.
You pick him up. He's surprisingly light, given his very bulbous appearance. And you guys begin trekking back to Bill Bucket. A little bit unnerved with what Sabmud just revealed. But with that, the future is now set in stone. Where it once could have been changed, it is now nothing but a certainty.
Oh, here we go again.
Who knew actions had consequences? Am I right?
Alrighty. The rest of you are here. For some reason, the rest of you don't appear to be here. Okay. Astral, we love you, but please stop
I
breaking.
see a lot of them.
Yeah.
I
It's
only
on
see.
your screen.
Yeah, it's only on mine. The only one I don't see is Callan. Oh, I see him now. Okay. Entering back to Bill Bucket, you guys are met with cheers, as you are the ones that have slain White Scar. That is seen as a massive boon, as he was nothing but a mystery and nothing but a tall tale. The fact that you have done that and you have successfully noodled a large alligator makes you pretty prominent people within the swamp. As you enter Bill Bucket, you are met with nothing but cheers as people are throwing things in your direction.
What kind of
They're
thing?
throwing things.
They're throwing like flowers like you would at a wedding. They're throwing vines in your
Oh.
direction. Occasionally, a small piece of a coin falls in your hand. You guys get a total of 20 gold pieces from this.
Nice.
Who is the
Each
tallest
or-
of us?
Definitely Sab. Let me look at him.
I'm gonna hide behind Sab.
He is 3'4".
Sebastian walks in the front with his arms outstretched.
Okay, I'm gonna hide behind.
Augie is like doing cartwheels because he has an audience.
Farrell, you know that Dakota is back in the tavern. The first, what's the name of the tavern? Oh God. Oh no, what's the name of the tavern? Hold on, I'm going back to my notes.
First standing in.
The first standing inn. He's back there and he is awaiting your guys' return for your reward.
I'm still carrying Leonard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sebastian walks through as like the cheers and he waves to the people smiling.
I'm still hiding behind them.
Mm-hmm. They as they cheer things like City Slickers, City Slickers, City Slickers. As they cheer you on.
Flicker.
What?
I don't know if Callan would really consider himself a city slicker either.
You guys pass by 3 looking merchants. Their stalls are not yet open, but this one in the middle here is quite peculiar, as behind him is a large and very pompous looking caravan of specifically one carriage that is gilded in complete gold and teal inlays. As he's kind of moving with a short step, I need you to make Arcana checks for me, please. All of you.
Easy.
Asha Blasha.
Oh my god.
Oh, 2.
Already, on a 15, you know that this guy is floating. He is not skipping. However, his cloak, his bright teal cloak, envelops his feet, making it so you can't see what he is or what he's doing. Surprisingly, his pointed wizard's hat also surrounds his whole face in shadows, and all you see are 2 beady white dots that you think are eyes. As he begins moving things in and out, you see unseen servants are beginning to place chests down in this little stall.
Interesting.
So I can obviously tell he's like a magic man.
You can tell from his getup he is indeed a magical man of sorts. He carries behind him a large bag that he kind of puts down upon like just taking a small little break. And in the bag you see multiple different magical things, magical items, magical weapons, magical pieces of armor. Most of them closed though, as he specifically pulls out 4 or 5 items that he will potentially sell. I need all of you to roll me a history check, because I think most of you would know about this too. Okay, Colin, you seem to be the most worldly individual here as you... Ooh, Korzu too. Good shit. The 2 of you know that this guy is the Gilded Merchant. He is a merchant that travels across the Valenum, and every month he stops in a new country and kind of sells his magical wares. He's a wanderer who comes and goes, not really talking to people unless spoken to. And he's surrounded in mystery. No one knows who he is. No one knows how he gets these items. He just has them and he sells them and he doesn't say a word.
Sebastian approaches him. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
And he looks around his sort of finely decorated place.
Mm-hmm.
My. How does someone with such wonderful taste end up in this dump?
Well, it is not a dump. Everywhere is beautiful, and everywhere has its own unique beauty to it.
Agree to disagree.
His voice is monotone and lacks a lot of feeling. It's very bass. My shop is not yet open, but you can feel free to look at my wares.
Oh, please. I would love to.
He has three... Actually, he has three items that appear to be of some use. A mace, a shield, a monocle, and a set of armor you notice in the back, as well as 3 vials of red liquid.
I look at the monocle.
Sav
Alrighty.
also looks at the monocle.
Okay. Do any of you have the identify spell?
I do.
Alright, you can cast it with your ritual.
Okie dokie. I'll do that.
Alrighty. As you begin to cast identify, Lavalin, you also have the identify spell as well as a mark of making human.
Yeah.
So if you want, the two of you together can get all the you can magically investigate all of the items together.
For a spell slot or?
Yep. For you it is not a spell slot. I think.
Really?
Let me see. Oh, they are indeed. Yeah, it does cast a spell slot. But both of you are wizards, so you can use Arcane Recovery to regain that spell slot on a short rest.
Cool. So I'll cast Identify.
Okay. Which 2 items would you like to identify?
The monocle. And that's really all I care about.
Alright. The monocle is called the Monocle of Observance. It is 1 attunement point, and the monocle has the ability to store information within it and pull it up on a whim. Once per combat, you may choose to succeed on 1 martial check of your choice. And it stores it similar to like a scouter from Dragon Ball Z.
Interesting.
With the weapon, you can also learn things that you otherwise wouldn't really know, like the tiers of specific bosses and what those tiers do. For example, all enemies in the world have a specific tier. Most regular enemies you'll find are tier 0, or the most basic tier. However, it goes all the way up to 7, and if you end up fighting a tier 7 enemy, well, good luck.
I'm trying to discern whether Sebastian would be interested in this. Don't think he would, since it doesn't let him would it let me see any magical properties of
I will let you do that with an Arcana check as well.
How much for this?
That will be 300 gold.
Reasonable. I'll place it back down. I'll think about it.
Hey, what does it do?
This? He raises the monocle.
Yeah.
The Monocle of Observance allows you to glean information off of an enemy.
Ah.
And it stores said information for future encounters.
Can it store any information or just with enemies?
In most cases, it is just the enemy in front of you. You may glean the weapon the weapon it wields, or maybe a little bit about its history too.
Yeah. What kind of armor is the armor?
Alrighty. Do one of the Identify boys identify the armor?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'll look to the group and ask, do any of these items pique your fancy?
Well, I was just asking because I don't know if what kind of is it heavy armor or?
It
would
looks
not be able
like
to tell?
armor for a bigger creature.
Zap's not interested.
A bigger creature.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, what's that armor there?
The armor is called the Hill Splitter. It is also 2 attunement points. This set of armor is specifically made for a mount of some kind. When this mount is ridden, their movement speed is increased by 15 feet. Their armor class with this armor also becomes 14. This armor grows with the mount in the event that it is still a growing creature. When you attack while riding this mount, as a bonus action, you can have your mount attack as well. This does not use their action on their turn. So for example, if you were riding, let's say, a bear, when you shoot your longbow or swipe with a short sword, as a bonus action, you can have the bear claw or bite at a creature.
How much for the barding?
The armor? That will be about 1,000 gold.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Augie.
Does anybody
That
want
is a
anything
little too
identified?
poor for that.
You said there was a mace too.
Mm-hmm.
That shield looks interesting.
Yeah, so it's a mace, shield, armor, and the
Monocle. Yep. And then there are the 3 vials of red liquid.
Who said that shield looks interesting?
Feral.
Alright, I'll identify the shield.
Alright. That is called the Shield of Grace. It is 2 attunement points. And with this shield, your movement speed is increased by 10 feet. If you do not use more than half your movement during your turn, if an ally is hit within that remaining feet left, as a reaction you can absorb the blow and take half damage. This is done by moving up to them and intercepting the blow with the shield.
Cute. I explained that to Pharaoh.
It is-
How much would this cost?
It is a shield with a decorated like flower print across it that kind of spirals around the circular armor, the circular shield. The shield will be 750 gold pieces.
My memory does not serve. Was it 1,200 gold each or divided among us?
It is in total.
No.
What you assume it's in total.
Okay.
We should go and see him. I'm sure. How long will you be here?
I will be
Sure.
here for the remaining day. Or checking. The remaining days.
Okay, thank you.
That sounds ominous.
Remaining days?
Remaining days.
What do you mean by that?
I'm about at the door of the tavern by now.
Okay. You can move. You can move. The map is active.
Sebastian tilts his head. What do you mean remaining days?
Well, the remaining days that I will be within Bill Bucket. Until the end of the week.
And
Uh,
I look
okay.
at Gab and sort of laugh it off like,
This is good laughter we are doing.
Was that a joke?
oh, no, it's just a
I never thought of myself as the funny type.
happy coincidence.
You know, the people say I would be a stand-up comedian, but personally I prefer sitting. Ha
Facepalm.
ha 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 ha. I'm going back to my wares now.
Alright, I put the shield down. Good day, sir.
Have a good one.
Alright, I'll go back. I'll join. Companions.
Okay. You guys eventually make your way back. I'll move you both. Because I know for Sab it's a little annoying moving everyone over there.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. You're back in the tavern, and you all make your way back to where Dakota is in various time. Ogie will be we'll just hide Ogie so you can move freely and not have to worry about it. He'll be right over here.
As Sebastian enters, he'll sort of give Farrell a little stink eye.
Feral will set Leonard down on the table, kind of sprawled across it.
How was the mission?
Wait, who was carrying the alligator?
brought it back while you were all sitting in the swamp.
Oh.
It was quite dreadful, but not too hard to manage.
But I've heard some promising things. I've heard you brought me back White Scar.
That is
Yes.
correct.
I knew you six were the right option.
Well, of course.
Did you reach any trouble?
7.
Yeah, Augie, as soon as he says 6, Augie growls. "Rawr."
7. You forgot the bear.
7. Did you run into any trouble? There have been
Farrell will
known.
point at Leonard on the table and say, "Yeah, this one and a bunch of bandits."
Ah, okay. That's what I assumed. Yeah, there are a bunch of bounty hunters in the swamp who try to take the noodling of others. You know, you don't steal a man's noodles, you know. Takes a sip of his water.
Quite.
I assume you guys took care of them, no problem. Well,
Yeah,
assuming by
sure.
the fact that this man is unconscious, a little bit bruised and bloodied, and pretty much in a pulp of his own viscera.
He's here and the rest are dead.
Understood. All right. Any important details that I should know, or can I give you guys your
Well-
first actual job?
Well, I feel like an important detail that we need is our payment.
Right. Holy shit, I can't breathe around here, can I? Your reward's right behind me. You move back and you find 3 gold bars. That's your reward for finding White Scar. Each of them are worth about 500 gold pieces.
Splendid.
Use it wisely. I heard the gilded merchants in town. If you want to buy some stuff, that'd be the perfect place.
Oh, alright. So are we gonna divide this up by 7?
We'll talk about that later.
Zap just picks him up and.
All
puts
right.
him away.
Now back to the real
Did you
business.
tell us about the dream that you saw?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that
Oh,
Would
both
that
were
be
there, I guess.
out there?
Yeah, he was kind of yelling because he just kind of regained consciousness and was very panicked. So he was kind of yelling the whole thing.
Do we want to tell this Dakota guy about it?
Now back to the real matter at hand. He kind of places his cup down. The war has begun, I fear. And I want to make the first move before they officially attack Bill Bucket, you know?
Of course.
So there's an old temple to Rorin out in the swamp. You all know who Rorin is? Religion checks.
Boop.
That's like the only one I didn't add.
Oh wow. We got a lot of religious folk here. Alrighty.
Knew.
Everyone who's rolled above. So, Lavlin, Sebastian, Farrell, and Sabmud. You all know that Rorin is also known as the Flawed. He is the god of overconfidence, flaws, and fears. He is pretty much described as the Grim Reaper, or what you would come to expect the Grim Reaper in a fantasy world to look like. He represents the insecurities one's face, and the insecurities they will hopefully deal with in the afterlife. Pretty fitting that a bunch of Sahagwin are in a temple of flaws and fear. But that is where I believe the Sahagwin at least have a base camp. If they fully move their whole force into that temple, they'll be just in quick striking distance of Bill Bucket, and we do not need that. So, you accompanied by some Vingard, who will be tailing you about a couple hours behind. I would like you to clear out the temple. Scouts suggest there's a small squadron of fish there, but I believe you can handle it. You've seemed to work a bunch of bandits into nothing, so I think you all can handle it.
And yes, and how will we be compensated for this effort?
You will be compensated in every fish head you give me. Every fish head or fish eye you give me, I'll give you 100 gold.
What kind of guards are behind us? Sorry, I missed that.
The Vingard, the personal guard of Bill Bucket and the swamp.
Burl, in your head, you just hear Sam go, should I tell him about all the future stuff? You seem kind of like, very, like, leader-like, so I'm kind of asking you for this.
Say that again?
So, should we tell him about all the future stuff? Yeah, I'm asking you because you seem like a leader type, a bit.
Let's wait.
Good Sir Dakota,
Yes.
does the name Sia mean anything to you?
He kind of slicks his hair back into his man bun. See ya. No. Nothing.
Do I believe him?
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we adjust, Sebastian?
Everyone can.
Alright. Ooh, but not everyone has to. 19. Not as good as a nat 20, but...
I'm staring at his soul.
On a nat 20, you have no reason to believe that he would lie.
Alright then.
Why do you ask?
Oh, I have reason to believe that whatever this is, it's after my head.
Well, you are now in my care, so I will hope to see it that you are protected.
Do you know anything about resetting the world?
Do I have some of resetting the world? Are you talking about the Amber?
I guess.
I know about as much as everyone else, which is not much.
To be expected.
I know that the Amber is a dangerous threat that needs to be destroyed, though.
Do you want the world to be resetted or?
Preferably not. I like the world we live in, and I would hate for it to be destroyed.
I see.
I have no reason to believe why that is a good thing. Why, do you?
Maybe.
The god of death and how do you spell his name?
Roran. Roran. Oh, I think Twitch is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of noticed.
Are we still live? Can they hear us?
We're still, I can see on the screen.
Okay, it's up. Cool.
It crashes randomly.
Yeah, it's been doing that lately. Oh, frick. I hate Discord, man. Or not Discord. I hate Twitch. I'm sorry. I'm a affiliate. I can't say anything bad about Twitch. I love Twitch. Twitch is amazing. What was that, Sebastian, about Roran?
Oh yeah, so like our next mission, we're gonna be going to the temple.
Yep, there is a Temple of Rorin hidden in the swamp that you guys must deal with.
What
He-
you know? What direction?
It is directly to the west. It is actually pretty close to that area you were just coming from. You'll be going there and then heading directly west past the, past where you were going. You're pretty much going in, like, up, north, and then immediately west.
Yeah. Gotcha.
However, it is about to be nighttime soon. I wouldn't recommend doing that at night. Maybe stay here for a little while. I've
well,
had
of course.
the gilded merchants in town. Go buy yourself something nice with your new coin.
Yeah. Speaking of staying here, so this guy right here, we need you to keep him here. Don't let him get killed.
Yeah, he called my friend a bitch.
Well, that is just uncalled for.
I know, right? He also called me little, which I mean, I am little, but like that's kind of offensive, you know?
Ah, I see. Well, I will try to keep him alive to the best of my ability, but sometimes a dagger slips and a throat is cut. Nothing I can do about it. Kind of shrugs.
Alright, well, Sebastian will pull out his chair and stand up. Good evening, gentlemen. Spend the gold how you will. Just, pick me up a potion, would you?
Alright.
I was going to say the same thing.
Star will be back in about 20 minutes. He had to deal with something.
So you guys are giving me a responsibility to spend the gold how I feel.
Well, I just meant if any of you have anything you want to procure, I really don't care. Just
That is a bear. Oh, who's a good boy? Begins like kind of scratching Augie under his maw.
Augie in his head just hears, Augie, do the thing, and Augie just like rolls over, belly up.
Dakota is distracted if you want to do anything.
Can I just like look him up just to like see if he seems like a good fighter?
Sure, roll me a martial check. Okay. You kind of look over Dakota. He seems pretty built for a half-orc. You notice some weird black scales that kind of crawl up his neck and around to his left ear. His right ear in the photo, actually. Across his back is a sheath for a large greatsword that is also of that same rigid scaled make. He seems like a pretty competent fighter, as most orcs are.
Alright. Well. Yeah, so I was planning. Oh wait, Osama goes to the. Just goes to the rooms to make sure he gets confirmation on the money. So, guys, before you guys go to sleep, I was planning on buying that barding for Augie. It's cost 1,000. Are you guys cool with that?
You get.
That is fine. I would just like a potion.
as long as I get my potion.
Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. This means a lot.
Grozu just
Augie's-
kind of opens the door and gives you a thumbs up. Sure. Closes
Thank
the
you.
door.
Oh, you hear that? You're gonna get some armor. Oh, who's good? Who's good? Oh, you're gonna be so strong.
Everyone's doing their thing. Sebastian, he like takes his ornate coat off, just wearing like it's a normal black shirt, and I'll sit in the middle of the room and take out the rune saber
Yep.
and sort of like stab it into the floor.
Alrighty. You
And
stab it
sit
into the
crisscross.
floor. It sinks a couple of inches into the ground.
He'll sit crisscross with his hands sort of like in front of him, crossed over each other, and I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
Alrighty. You feel as if your pockets begin to get a little bit lighter as you begin to cast the Find Familiar spell. Do you have art for the familiar that you want?
I was just an owl.
Okay. I'll find you something.
So over the next hour, that's what he'll be doing.
Alrighty.
Ooh, someone said owl. Ooh. Alright, and Samad heads off for the gilded.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'm gonna find him his owl familiar.
His name's going to be Sir Reginald.
I didn't expect anything other. I am Sir Reginald the Owl. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Man, not a...
You need to find familiar when you have bear.
See, that's kind of sick art. That works. Works good enough.
Sure.
Oh,
I gotta
Callum.
make a token for it too.
Wow, Callum praised the Weru. That's an interesting dynamic with Sab here.
Alrighty.
Messing with-
I need you to roll me a religion check. 1d20 plus 4.
Who?
Callan.
Did you say +4?
Yeah, the plus 4 is added to the total,
Okay.
so that is a 10. That is a 10. Okay.
12?
No. You already rolled a d20, and then the plus 2 is added
Oh,
there. So
okay.
it's a each god has their own custom roll because they're each equally likely to talk or not to talk to you. So that's dependent. As you begin to pray to Weru, you get no response. As Weru is nothing but silent.
I'm so happy that you worship the Weru right now.
Apologies for the holdup. Okay, I should have your thing right now.
Alright.
And then we import that. We go to there, we go to here, and then here. Boom.
Ooh.
10
Here's your
hit points.
familiar. It has, how much hit points does an owl have?
I think I have to roll. Hold on, let me check. Hit points. Yeah.
Wait, stop.
Chosen form. So. Uno momento.
Yep, 1d4 minus 1.
Oh, sorry, you would have stopped Sab. I'm sorry. Then I'll come out.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Oh, you said 1d4 minus 1?
Yep, 1d4 minus 1. You can just roll a d4 and then we'll just subtract the 1 from the total.
Righty. Boop.
Alrighty, that's 1 hit point.
Fair enough.
Alright. With that, Callan prays to Weru, but gets no response. Sebastian, as you begin to write the runes and begin to chalk up your whole area, the sword begins to grow a pair of wings as an amber owl appears at the hilt of the sword. Kind of turns its eyes. Hello, I'm Sir Reginald.
Hello, friend. And I'll like scratch his chin.
I like scratches.
we're going to get along just fine. And I'll snap, and he'll poof, into the extra dimension.
Yep. Alrighty, and with that, Sabmund, you begin to walk to where the Gilded Wanderer is. Gilded Merchant.
Oh, Lavalin wanted to stop Sabbath before
Yep.
Sabbath went
He
out.
stops you before you start walking back.
Sab, would you mind buying me a drink or two for free?
You having a rough time there, buddy?
I don't want to talk about that, but yeah.
You hear in your head, come on, you can talk to me. Friends, remember?
I don't know, man. It's pretty rough out there, and we got fucking attacked by some guys the first day we go out of this town.
What?
You know, like.
Well, we signed up for this to fight people, and I mean, you're so ready for combat. You were out there with the basoo, and the pa all that magic stuff. That was so cool. That was like awesome.
I mean, yeah, but I got hit in the head, and I don't remember much. Then something touched me, and I don't know. I got up, but I don't know.
And no one touched you. You got up on your own.
You think so?
Yeah, I was there. You just kind of got up. You're all fine. That was really awesome. You like brushed it off like nothing even happened.
Mrrr,
Well, thanks, man.
mrrr,
Augie,
mrrr,
Augie, are you getting jealous? I'm allowed to have friends, Augie.
mrrr.
Can I like insight to animal handling to understand like just like get a feel of what Augie's feeling?
Sure. Roll me an animal handling check.
All right.
Friend.
Oh, my little Augie's growing up. He can speak. He's starting to learn Ursa.
Oh, is he coming to me?
He kind of nuzzles you. Ooh woo.
Oh,
18.
wow, that's nice.
Ogie seems to be content. After getting what appears to be some armor, he seems to be interested.
Oh, we already got the armor?
No. He wants to get the armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway, about that drink, yeah.
Well, why don't you wait for me to come back and we can get a drink together? Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Also, wait, did you mean like a potion, or did you like mean like an actual drink, like at the bar?
Yeah, like at the bar.
Oh, I'm pretty sure like those were free last time.
Are they still free? I don't know.
Hey, you can talk.
Oh, maybe if like we killed the White Scar, we are like cool, so they will give us free ones. Oh my god.
Oh yes, let us abuse our. Yes, perfect idea.
All right. As the three of you begin making your way over to the Gilded Wanderer, the Gilded Merchant, not the Wanderer, different characters. I assume you buy the armor and the 2 potions.
Yep.
That will be 1,050 gold.
All right.
You still have about 450 gold left. So if you want to keep that, you can.
Minus 1,000 what?
1,050 gold.
All right. So okay. I'm keeping track on his thing.
If you want, you can keep track of everyone's gold together, and you could be like the party treasurer.
All right, are you guys cool with that?
Yep, I'm fine with that.
All right, cool. Then I'll add that's 20 gold each from the thing, right?
All right, I'm gonna move over to these guys. Let's do Farrell. Farrell, as you're talking, as you move out, as they're still talking in the hallway, you move over to the weird-looking bard guy. Hey, how you doing?
You don't look like the rest of the people I've seen here.
Nah, I'm a much chiller guy. Call me Sin. How you doing?
Ah, the name is Farrell. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. You want to hear a song I'm playing?
Oh, sure.
As he begins to strum on his ukulele of sorts. I call it Sans Intro. You like the strumming of the instrument? You feel strange. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Let's see. Charisma save.
All right, that is enough to succeed, but you still get the effect. You're feeling quite happy or content. If you had any negative feelings, they are slowly being wished away as the bard is slowly strumming his song, occasionally stopping to put out a cigarette and light a new one.
That's a nice tune.
I made it myself. Some prick in Alverholt wants to take my tunes, but they're likely mine. He's an old friend, though. Call him Bandit King. Good times, good times. Different person.
What brings you all the way out here?
I wanted a simpler life to escape from all the hustle and bustle of the city. This is much more my speed, where I can play my instruments and not have to worry about money, happiness. Got all that stuff here.
Well, hopefully it stays that way. What with the fish and all.
I'm not worried about no fish person. They can do whatever they want. I'm a kind of guy that lets the world burn and watches the fire. You understand?
Fair enough.
What about you? What brings Leon in this far into the swamp?
I've been looking for work.
Ah, understood. Dakota will get you fixed up if you're looking for a job, but I'm sure you've already talked to him before.
Yeah, he looks to be running a pretty decent operation around here.
He's good at what he does. He's one of the best noodlers in the city for what I heard. He didn't noodle White Scar, which I heard was accomplishments from some people that just came into town. I'm assuming it was you?
Me and my companions, yes.
Was it you and your companions, or was it you?
It was all of us.
A man who shares the credit. Respectable. Not many of you live in this world anymore.
A beast like that can't be taken down by one man.
Fair enough. I'ma keep playing my instruments if you're interested.
Well, thank you for livening up the place.
Anytime. That's what Sen's here for.
And then Farrell will just take his leave and go find a room.
Alright. You want my finest dish? I could get you the firebrand special.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. I'll just take that gold from you. As she begins walking into the kitchen, which is surprisingly on the other side of the bar.
That-
Takes about a couple of minutes. However, she comes back with...
Well, as she's cooking it, I'll come out here.
Alrighty.
I'll sit with these folks.
Alright, I'll give you the description for Ogie's armor. Ogie's armor is a jet black, as if it was the night. On the back of Ogie lie two humps that look similar to like a Torterra's armor, where you see the budding of a tree that begins to grow on one of said armor humps. It looks like a splitting mountain when looking at it from a little bit of a distance, 100 or so feet away. It As you put it on Ogi, it begins to slowly fit his shape, and as Ogi grows, so will the armor. You have the Hill Splitter. I will set his AC to 14 as other things go on. All right. For some reason that didn't loop itself, but I guess that's because I am the big dumb.
And was it passive 15 speed buff or only when someone's riding?
Only when someone is riding the mount.
All right, cool. I'm happy Augie now has AC instead of it being 11.
Okay. Come on, Rhythm. Stop doing this. Oh, I didn't link it, that's why. What did I do to get the acquaintance of a city slicker? You know, you remind me of my old companions.
I remind you of someone, that's a first.
Yeah, I knew some people much like you. The smarty type. His name was Ty. We called him Typhoon. Or the other way around, I guess. I wonder how he's doing.
Oh, good sir. And he'll place his forearm on the table and lean forward and look him in the eyes. You've never met anyone like me.
You're not. Maybe that is true. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We both live two separate lives, huh?
Quite. Seeing as you're here by choice.
Yeah. And?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
I sense a different intention behind your voice, as the playing immediately stops.
Oh, I'm merely mentioning that you and I are quite different. We've lived quite different lives. Clearly.
Well, at the end of the day, we're all humans, are we not? We're all humanoids, I guess. Kind of motions
yes,
over
I
to the
suppose.
Genasi, or to the Triton.
I look at her and wink.
She scoffs. I don't like your attitude, sir.
I'll place my palm on my chest and lean back. Oh, whatever do you mean?
That. She points at you with your trident, with her trident. That. The sass. It gives me a bad vibe.
Well, I'm afraid I'm just being myself.
Right, you better get yourself in order. Before it gets you killed.
I seem to be the most orderly individual in this entire town. From what I've seen.
With the music stopping, you get the sense that you've maybe become the center of attention. As this weird tension hangs in the air. I've got you dinner. Here you go. Come to the bar with me now.
Oh, I wanted to eat out here. I'll sit.
She hops over the bar and passes you her food. Eat the food. Do you eat it?
Yeah.
It is spicy. The sauce itself almost looks like a liquid lava. Are you a man who can hold his spice well?
Quite. And I take a bite and immediately cover my mouth and hunch over, start coughing.
Make me a con saving throw. As expected. As she gives you the firebrand gumbo, It is a mixture of various Cajun foods. It is some spices, there's some chicken, there's a little bit of rice thrown in there, some peppers that immediately catch you off guard as it is very spicy. And as you begin coughing, she just kind of looks.
I'm like hunched over, my eyes are like bloodshot, tears streaming down. I'm like banging on the table. I like motion my hand for like a cup.
Ah, water? Here you go. She slides it
Uh,
over.
Grab it and take a big swig.
As you take a big swig, it gets worse. As the water is also seemingly spicy.
I spit it out all over Sabmut.
What the fuck?
I'm just coughing and hacking, hunched over.
The monocle is 300 gold.
Sub, you're muted.
Stop. You might be muted.
Oh yeah, Simon's like, blah, pretty boy can't handle his spices, huh? And then I take a big bite of Sebastian's food.
And as I kind of like gather myself, I'll say, "Oh, by Sarangas, what is this?"
It's firebrand gumbo. What are you talking about?
Did you retrieve this dish straight out of the Nine Hells?
Well, seeing as I am a fire Goliath, probably.
Oh, that was quite the experience.
Listen. You might want to educate yourself on cultures before you go there. You understand? I'm not here to insult your character. I think you're an okay person. But please. We're not
No.
we're not savages. We're not peasants. We're just people who are trying to survive, much like your own people.
Sebastian thinks on her words for a moment. He'll look down and then look back up at her. I apologize. I mean no offense.
Oh, good. I can sense your words are hopefully sincere.
Take another bite.
It's not as spicy. You're actually beginning to like it.
My.
A weird knack for spicy food, perhaps.
My. It's quite rare that I enjoy cuisine that for cuisine to produce such a visceral reaction from me. Well done.
Firebrand gumbo always has the strongest kick at first. Once you get that down your gullet, it'll be easier for you.
I must say, I'm quite impressed.
Lavlin, your spellbook begins to blur and vibrate slightly.
Like your scribes.
I take my book out, I guess.
Okay.
And I look at it.
Place the book on the table. And there's a weird gem in the center of the book around the spine. And it calls out to you.
Oh, that's new. Okay, so what do I do?
You, scribe. Get to your room quickly. We have matters to discuss.
But I wanted a drink, bro.
Was that out loud from level?
No, it was in his mind.
Okay.
I need a drink first. If I'm gonna talk to a book, holy. Sorry. Wanda?
You need a drink, dude?
Yeah.
All right, sugar. Let me get you something. You like your beer strong? You like it weak? How do you like it? You seem like the kind of guy who likes to
talk to a book.
You seem about to talk to a bug. I don't know what the fuck that means, but good luck. I hope you don't die.
Yeah, I need strong.
They say books are deadly.
What? Leveland begins to shake.
She hands you a glass. Tastes like whiskey.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I gulp it down.
You gulp it down and begin to feel the effects of the alcohol flowing through your body. For a spellcaster, drunkenness is confusing because you feel as if your senses, specifically of the magical kind, are doubled. Everything you see is doubled from your vision, and the magic you cast sometimes doesn't have the right potency or even more. So you begin to feel woozy, and your body begins to tingle.
Yeah, and so Leveland begins to be like drunk, and he shows his face a little more, and he says, "Do you wanna know how I got these scars?"
Your book slowly begins moving to your room.
Where are you going?
It is pushing you.
Oh. Okay, I have to go.
Hey, what? Wait, where are you going? What?
To my room, bro.
You just had one drink and you're already going to. Wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of.
It's not my choice.
What do you mean it's not? It's what? What does that even mean?
Intrigued, Sebastian like finishes his dish, leaves a silver as a tip, and he's gonna like
Does he
eavesdrop.
lock the door behind him?
The door has a faint light purple glow to it, and as you try to open it, the door doesn't seem to open. You can turn the lock almost 360 degrees and it still doesn't open.
It starts banging on the door. Lavalin, are you okay? Are you being captured by some weird magic stuff?
I am fine. You hear a voice emanate from the room.
That wasn't Lavalin. I'm not talking
You
about you.
you would have no reason to believe that that voice wasn't Lavalin. It sounded exactly like him.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then never mind.
Going
well.
to press his ear up against the door.
Okay.
Outside, but just like, ugh.
As the book
also joins.
As the book is placed down on the ground, what was once a book is now what was once an open spellbook is now one that is severely closed and has multiple different wraps around it. What do you do?
I asked the book, so what do you want?
It is simple. You have asked for my interference, and I shall give it to you. Tell me, is history interesting to you? Is the world something that needs to be archived?
Yeah, I suppose it's like, I don't know, man, like life is rough, but maybe if I learn enough and I have enough stuff in my book, I can make the world better, you know?
With enough knowledge, you will be the most powerful entity in the world. As the book, the orb around the spine begins to turn black, and it begins to slowly shift and blur in reality. A figure appears from the orb itself.
Do I hear the voice?
No, you do not. As you immediately kind of stumble back, the figure moves forward. I am the World Archivist. I am the archiver of history and the seeker of knowledge.
What was in that drink? Holy fuck.
He takes his hand and immediately removes the alcoholism through your body. You're immediately sober.
Oh.
This is not the time to play games, Archiver.
Oh,
You have been given a great boon, and that is one of knowledge. A boon that can bite back, if not left unchecked. Or if left unchecked. So, do you accept the gift or not?
yes.
The World Archivist snaps his fingers. Slowly, you see a black little blur emanate from his hand that begins to burn the charred wrappings that surrounded the grimoire. As the grimoire is left unbounded, the pages begin to slowly begin to spiral as pages of empty notes begin flourishing and moving in one quick motion. I need you to make... Let me get this up. I need you to make for me a wisdom, an intelligence saving throw first.
Okay. Oh my god.
Unfortunate. As you touch the book and begin to connect with your grimoire, you feel history itself begin to assault your mind. The worlds of past, the worlds of the present, and the worlds of the future. Every single person's history, every single thing they've been through, their death, their verges, if they died through amber, if they died fighting a god. All of those instances flow through your mind as your eyes roll back and your eyelashes begin to flutter. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Sorry, which one?
Strength.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That is my guy.
There we go.
From deep within your body lies an untapped strength. As the knowledge begins to condense your body into molten liquid, the black blur moving from the World Archivist to your body, the gems around your left eye begin to glow. As you push back, your your skeleton, which is made out of this crystalline structure as well, begins to hold your body back together. And finally, your mind is assaulted as your soul is now forfeit. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. That is my guy.
Hey.
Your mind has endured a lot throughout your life. A lot of pain, a lot of experiments, a lot of suffering. Your mind knows those limits, and this is pretty simple to what you have felt before. As you accept the grimoire into your own, I need to roll some stuff. So, you got above 20 for 2 of the 3 checks, and you have failed 1. So that is a total of 1d20 plus 7, as you have accepted the call of the Archivist. That is a 16. You have met the gold threshold. So that is, I need to roll some stuff. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Fuck, I did that wrong again. Alrighty, you have achieved 89. Your grimoire slowly begins to change to a light gray color, the orb turning to a dark black, and the symbol of a skull appears on said grimoire. You have unlocked the Force Death grimoire, also known as V Mortis. As a free action, or an archival action, you may select a creature within 30 feet. They must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, they become vulnerable to force damage. Whenever they take force damage, they can be moved in any direction of your choice, which provokes attacks of opportunity. Usually forced movement doesn't. This effect can happen once per long rest. So you've been given a special power that only those who are gifted by the World Archivist can unlock. And your new book has given you said power.
Nice.
I will write this down.
How much of that did we see?
You heard very little. You heard a slight whimper of pain come from Lavlin's body, and then steam slowly begins to rise from his room.
Just like shoulder bashing against the door, trying to get in.
The door opens as Lavalin stays there holding his new book.
Sebastian stands up.
Lavlin, are you there? Steve, you were in pain. What?
Lavalin, confidence flows through your body as the Archivist has accepted your plea.
I feel different. I don't have that self-awareness anymore. I just want to make the history right again.
History.
History, right? What do you mean?
What? There's something in that drink. Like you're talking to books. Like I talk to a bear, but like at least my bear's alive, and also understands common.
Does my book, like, I don't know, can I speak to it with my mind?
You can.
Like, Lavalin tries to say, like, through his mind, are you there?
The book, when it speaks, it doesn't really have a character. It is very monotone and it is very bass. I am your grimoire, V Mortis. How can I assist?
So you're gonna be like my friend, right?
If that is what you wish, I will be
You saying
your
all this in
friend.
your head, right?
Yeah.
So you're just standing there holding your breath.
Yeah, like, ignoring you.
Sam is just like, so this is what it feels like when I do that.
Sebastian will poke his shoulder.
I'm like, what?
You kind of spaced out there.
Good sir, whatever is going on here, please, pray tell.
Yeah, well,
Quite intriguing.
I don't know how much I can tell, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna reveal in due time.
Oh, you're no fun.
Sorry.
What sort of magic do you
So,
practice?
like, oh my god, I don't know. Out of character, I can, like, is the scribe order the practice, or
yeah, Order of Scribes.
Yep,
like?
you have become an
Yeah,
order of the
okay,
scribes.
okay.
I'm so happy you went with that decision. This is so cool.
Scribes,
Yeah.
Scribes in this world are seen more as archivists or archivers who try to record history. And because of that, the
Right.
World Archivist has noticed your potential and has given you your own spellbook. And specifically,
nice. Wow.
with this grimoire, you can recall any information that is available in the Eternal Library, the Archivist's mini-plane. I should warn you, doing this can be dangerous, as you could look up any knowledge on a meta level.
Tempo.
Wait,
If you look up knowledge that is too strong, it will fight back.
so what do I have to do to learn?
To learn knowledge,
Yeah.
You just say, Empo, I want my grimoire to open up knowledge on blank.
Oh, that's strong.
You can only use it once per session. But
Okay,
in my
okay.
other campaign that just aired yesterday, 6 of these characters got these grimoires. So, and they have very strong abilities.
Yeah. Go ahead, use it. Use it right now. Waste it.
The World Archivist has
Okay,
like relation to Sarengas, right?
Yes, in some way.
Because Sebastian's a follower of Sarengas.
Mm-hmm. In some capacity.
So how much of that, Evelyn, are you gonna tell us?
This is, actually, I wouldn't spoil that. If he tells you, I'll then tell you.
Yeah, like I'm at, like.
I will say, Lavalin will say, I feel like I can know everything now.
Everything.
Ah, so you're a seeker of knowledge as well.
I suppose.
Hey, look at us three pair. You all looking at your past knowledge, and I'm looking at the future knowledge. Aren't we a good trio? Trying to fit in.
This is very new to me, but I never was successful at anything, and now this happens.
What do you think changed?
I don't know. Perhaps it's the people that are here, or maybe this place. I don't know.
Perhaps it's because you met me, and he'll put a finger on his chin.
Perhaps he will close in. Oh no, I closed my card. Holy fuck.
I determined Lavlin just shuts down.
Oh.
Salmon looks, trying to reach for the chin, but cannot reach as he is 3'4". Get away! Just jumping.
Well, okay, so what do we do now?
Well, if you're reluctant to tell us any more, then I don't know.
Well,
I would love to know what knowledge you possess.
well, there was this guy. I mean, not guy, but my book was grabbing me into this room, and then this black guy came up here. Like he was distorted. Like he didn't have like his body, but he just looked like a god of some sort.
A god?
God appeared to you.
That begins to fire off the neurons, Sebastian. As you do, like, as the gif with the lady with all the mathematical equations appears around your head, your big brain realizes that this might be the World Archivist.
Do you mean the World Archivist?
Well, yes, that's what he called himself.
There's the
Came
World
to you
Archivist.
Here, just now.
Yeah.
Oh. Sebastian will place his palm against like the top of his head. By Sarengas.
It begins to
This is
connect.
astounding. Do you understand?
What he was just given was a grimoire. Grimoires are books of vast potential and vast knowledge that can be obtained through the World Archivist. They are key tools that most historians use in gaining knowledge they otherwise wouldn't have within their lives. And it is a key tool that the Order of the Lost and Forgotten use as well in their attempts to monster hunt and hunt monsters.
Did you seek this grimoire purposefully?
Say that again, sorry.
Did you seek this grimoire purposefully? Or was it your intention to acquire this?
Not exactly. I don't think so. But it came to me.
It came to you? By the gods. Are you by any chance... do you study at any university?
I had my teacher, but he never said that I was anything capable of becoming a wizard, but I still came to his studies.
Once this is all over, you must return. Return with me to Trimmel. This is astounding.
Well, where is Trimmel? Where is that exactly?
No.
Like, bec-
It's in the Heart of Confederacy, right? Or you're asking me out of character or in character?
yeah, out of character, yeah.
It's in
Because-
the Hard Oak. It is in the city of Mercutius.
Was it where I was before I came to the swamp or no?
No, you were in Alverholt while your time in
yeah, okay.
before the city.
Okay, back into the character. Well, I suppose that sounds nice. We can do that.
Who's the world archivist, and also what's the university?
Mhm.
And a teacher. What are these made up words?
Sebastian looks at you dumbfounded.
Well,
You're joking, yes?
Joking about what?
Facepalm.
well, you know how maybe you teach Ogi to like bite someone, yeah?
Yeah.
So basically, you are his teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's something like this.
Mm-hmm. And you never said hi?
That's like
It's an
there's
institution where people gather to share their knowledge and aid each other in research and the gathering of knowledge about the world, or well, it depends on the colleges.
a lot
various
of teachers.
University. It's a place of learning and
Completely
research.
understand everything you both just said, and I'm completely on board with both of you. Yes, definitely.
Sebastian chuckles and just ruffles your hair. Well, good talk, gentlemen. I'll be turning in for the night.
Alright. Well, see ya. Have fun with the World Archivas.
And
Good night, boys.
Evelyn, if anything interesting happens, please do not withhold from me.
Sab looks at his bed and then goes to he goes to go sleep in a tree
All right.
with Hoggy.
Sebastian takes off his boots and his shirt and tries to get as comfortable as possible.
And as the night passes over, everything is calm in the city of Billbucket. Or it was.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just joking. Or am I? No, I am.
I legit held my breath.
The morning, well, what you think is morning, because you guys are pretty much in stone cells with no windows.
but sad boy.
Sabmud comes in and wakes you all up as it is morning, and it is time to get going.
Hey, wake up, everyone! It's time to do the stuff. Let's go. Ring a ding a ding a bell.
Ring a ding a ding a bell.
I don't have a bell, so I made the bell noises. Good. Yeah, seems like you're sleeping a bit too. I guess you're staying in.
I'm here. I'm here.
So you just sleep with that on, all right?
No.
No, I take my armor off when I sleep.
I was talking about the little veil Corsair has.
Oh, it stays
Yeah.
on while I sleep.
Nah. Alright then.
All right.
There's a long rest.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. As a little waypoint appears behind Ogi. Whoomp, 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 whoomp. Quest marker updated.
Okay. Sorry, I was just reading some rules.
Oh, while we're playing. I'm happy I changed. Zamad's voice has changed a lot since the first session where his voice was, hello, once, someone, and I was just this gruff little halfling.
That's what happens with D&D characters. Trust me, all my characters' voices change 100 times.
Yeah, I wanted to mimic, like, the accents you gave to all the native swamp people. Instead of his voice being, like, way out of place.
And as you guys make your way back out into the swamp, that is where we're going to end our session.
No.
Oh man.
Wait.
Sad face.
Yep, quick session, but I think it was a much needed refresher before we delve into the first actual plot. And plus, I don't want to get too far without Star here. Star had to dip out real quickly because of something.
All right.
Before we head out, could Sam have gone to a stop?
Sure. There are other 2 merchants here that also sell their own goods.
Alright. Do we act that out, or
Yeah, you
did
can.
it just happen?
What do you want to do?
Alright. Goes up to this merchant.
Hi, hello. How you doing?
Quite fine. Good morning.
Good morning. Would you like some food? I sell the food around here. Bunch of fish, bunch of meat, bunch of greenies, if you like them. Maybe a goblin here or there.
Sorry, no, that doesn't interest me quite that much.
What's wrong with a goblin? Little goblin here or there.
I have I can get my own food.
They're high in protein. The other guy down here is selling more interesting stuff.
What actually did he change what he has to offer?
Hello.
Hey,
Are you here for more goods?
do you have anything new?
Do I have anything new? I don't think so. I have. Well, the two potions were taken off, so it is now 1 potion. I have 1 potion, the Mace of Glacial Freezing, the Shield of Grace, and the Monocle.
How much did that monocle cost?
300 gold.
I'll come back to you. Wait, was there another merchant, or are these the only 2?
There's a merchant down there. There's a merchant here as well.
Oh, okay. I'll come back to you on that. See ya.
Can I ask the merchant something?
What would you like to inquire?
So I'm gonna show him my book, my new book, and I'm gonna ask him, do you know anything of this?
I see. You have a grimoire. The voice tries to show some sort of excitement, but it's still very monotone. This is wonderful news.
Why?
You have been blessed by the World Archivist. Isn't that great?
You can tell?
He points with his quarterstaff that is in the shape of an 8. He points over to it. He points to the orb. That orb is a sign of the World Archivist.
I see. Well, I will keep this in mind. Thank you.
Wonderful. How can I help you, Catman?
Oh, I was just looking. What exactly does the monocle do again?
The monocle helps you gain or look at the strength of an opponent you are fighting. It lets you do a martial check and succeed for free.
I mean, that might be good for somebody. Thank you. We'll be back.
Of course. Good luck out there. You'll need it. Huh? What was that? Oh, hello. What are you doing in old Wimlam's shop?
Shopping.
I got you some cool stuff. I got you the premium goods if you're interested.
Yeah.
I got
That's why I came here.
I got a mushroom bomb. I got 3 vials of holy water, 3 vials of acid, and 3 Molotovs.
What's a Molotov?
You don't know what a Molotov is? By golly. Or firebomb, I guess the political correct term is.
A bomb.
Yeah. It's a firebomb that you use to throw, and you hit things, and if they don't get out of the way, they take fire.
They take the fire.
Yeah, they burn.
Ah.
They burn to a crisp.
How much for one of those?
35 gold pieces will do you right fine.
Hmm. Pop, 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 pop. See you later.
Alright, that was a weird encounter. Is that all?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper to Sadmud. Hey, I think you should buy that monocle.
That's what I was coming up here to do. Hey, who wants the monocle? Does anyone want the monocle? Particularly?
I'll have it if no one else wants it, I suppose.
I already got some armor for my back, so I don't feel quite comfortable taking the monocle. So, alright. Fancy boy with a monocle. This is a new way to insult you.
The monocle will be 300 gold pieces.
Alright. Here you go.
Oh wait, you didn't buy it?
You hand it to him.
I'm buying it right now.
He takes the gold.
No, I thought you already bought it, and you're asking if anyone.
Oh, then
If you're asking
okay,
if I want to buy
No,
it, then
takesies, backsies.
I don't really care who gets it. I just think it'll be good for them.
No, I misunderstood what he was asking.
What do you mean? You don't even want it? I bought it for. You still want it though?
I don't care who has it. I just think somebody should have it.
You know what, Callan? You talked about fire and stuff. You seem like you got good eye. Why don't you take this monocle here?
Okay, sure thing.
Alrighty. You are given the Monocle of Observance.
And sorry, one more thing. Sadman goes back to buy the fire bombs.
Okay, how many?
This how many does he have?
He has 2 of them. Each of them are 35 a pop.
Both.
Alright, 70 gold.
Alright.
How much you at left?
We have 220.
Pretty good.
You
And with that, that is where we'll call the session. As you guys kit up and get ready for the day ahead.
You guys gave Sadman the responsibility of the gold. You gave him too much power.
Hey man, money's meant to be spent. Come on.
Yeah. If you don't spend your money, what are you doing? Alright guys. Thank you so much for coming to the session. I appreciate you all. It was a good time. We had some good moments. And I'm super excited to get back here on Thursday. Next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, that's
Alrighty.
cool.
Tune in on Sunday. We have our Iron Hole campaign at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Wednesdays, we have our new World Codex campaign too. Also at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're still up for those, check them out. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, a great weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. Peace.
Peace out, man.
Goodbye.